Hi everybody, Morgana Galaxia here. Welcome to my channel. I'm getting on today to do some tarot reading for you all. And I want to look today at Ron DeSantis. So I hear often people talking about DeSantis about how, he's sort of abusing his power, how he's trying to act like his own emperor, that he's on a power trip, and I also have been hearing lately how he's like trying to form his own military, his own troops. And so this is, kind of stuff I've been hearing back and forth for a while now. Maybe some of you guys have heard that too. And, it was occurring to me that, this coup attempt, it's not over, you guys. I mean, what happened at the Capitol obviously is over. It was a failed coup attempt, but there are still people who are attempting this overthrow, who want to reinstall Trump, right? There are still people out there who are trying to make the United States an autocratic nation, putting Trump on top of an autocracy. Even Steve Bannon, I remember reading, talked about what he wanted to bring the United States back to was the feudal system. A king, right? A king who distributes powers to their minions to rule over the land. What we got away from in England. So the reason I'm saying that is because it occurs to me that I think what's going on with Ron DeSantis is he's still invested in this idea that they're going to be successful eventually with this coup, that they're going to turn this into an autocracy. And I feel like he's trying to turn himself into a duke, the Duke of Florida. Like if they can really start breaking us states apart, kind of breaking the United States of America. Maybe Texas goes off on its own. Florida wants to secede, right? All these kind of, there's all these kooky people in all these states who want to secede the nation. And of course, they're the ones that call themselves the Patriots, which is hilarious. But I feel like, he's thinking if this does turn out to be successful, I can be the Duke of Florida. You know what I'm saying? He's carving out a block of territory that he wants to be the ruler of under an autocratic king. So I'm not saying he thinks of it with those specific words, but that was my rationalization as to why someone in his position as a governor would act like his own regional, lower king, so to speak. So I want to ask the cards, what's going on with Ron DeSantis? Is he trying to be, I don't know, a duke, a baron, a vicomte? I don't know what all those English titles are, but, a vassal of the king. A vassal of King Trump. Is that what he's going for Florida? Does he want to be Florida's own autocratic leader? Show us Ron DeSantis's true inner intention for how he wants to be in Florida. I think, you got to ask, this might also be what's going on in Texas. I think there's places in Idaho that talk about seceding. You guys, in case you've forgotten, seceding the nation is treason, okay? That's what makes you un-American. You're breaking the government of the United States of America. If you support secessionists, you really need to take a look at yourself and see if, you're falling down on the treason side of the fence. Okay, Ron DeSantis. Here we go. I think I'll bring you down just for the laying of the cards. I want to do a bigger spread here for Ron. See if I can get these all in view. Okay. Strength, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Seven of Wands. So we're going to start off up here with the Lovers. I know you can't see the top row here, but sorry about that, and maybe I shouldn't let's just bring you back up, shall we say. Okay, we're going to start off here with the Lovers. And this card is reminding us, and I should say more so reminding DeSantis, that he is a vassal of Trump, okay? He holds his power because of Trump's power. Now, of course, he got elected as governor. Trump didn't appoint him. So I don't mean that. But this is all about Trumpism. That so many people in this nation, for reasons that are unfathomable to me, still follow Donald Trump. And it's not just the everyday Americans. It is the politicians, the governors, the senators, and the representatives, all these people who were part and parcel of this attempted coup. These Trumpsters, right? His minions. DeSantis is one of them, one of his strongest defenders. And what I'm saying is, so DeSantis is powerful. The power he holds is because of his relationship to Trump. He is tied so closely to Trump. Trump supports him. DeSantis is so great. All my followers support DeSantis. Keep him in office. This feeding of DeSantis and propping him up by Trump is, where this guy's getting a lot of his power from. Now with this card, notice that the looks like a Roman soldier, the male here, which is Trump, is fading from view, okay? He's fading from view. He's retreating in influence, retreating in power, retreating in how he's able to move and control people. He's weakening. And this will weaken DeSantis as well. Once the Trumpism movement really dies, we're going to spend a lot of time sort of cleaning out these bad actors, and DeSantis is one of them. And he must know this. He must know this, which is leading us to our next card here, which is the Magician. So DeSantis, unlike Trump, he's got a brain in his head. He's a pretty smart guy. He can be well-spoken. He's got his act together, so to speak. In other words, he has all the tools that he needs to succeed, but he's manipulative, and he's controlling, and he's deceitful. He's trying to make something out of nothing. He's trying to make magic happen. And with this sort of green moon in the back, this is indicating to us this sort of illness of him, just the malcontent, what's what I'm trying to say here, just that he's coming from a sick place, an ill place. He's not whole. He's not in those positive vibrations. It's not about love and compassion and equality with this guy. He has just the darker goals and ideals and motivations, just kind of sick, you guys. But he's got the intellect and the tools he needs to try and manipulate or manifest what it is he wants to do. He has to do this if he wants to stay in power past Trump's fading. If he wants to be a long-term governor or whatever he ends up being, he's going to have to figure out a way to hold on to his own power and stay there in his own right. And that takes this sort of manipulation and control and the lying and the spell work, so to speak, that the Magician does. And then we move on to, oh my goodness, I need my glasses. So the Nine of Swords. And this is telling us that, however much bravado he shows us on the stage, this guy's rife with anxiety, nightmares, bad dreams, just anxiety, tension, regrets, just painful thinking. He's hiding a lot of anxiety. So I'm going a couple places with this card. On the one hand, I'm feeling like the specter of death here, and I think this is pointing to his mishandling of COVID and the suffering of Floridians with COVID because he just absolutely refuses to put any measures in place that might actually help people save their lives, reduce the spread. I mean, honestly, any move anybody makes to try and tamp down this virus, he tries to get rid of it. No masks, you don't need a vaccine, you don't need to stay indoors, do whatever you want, go wherever you want, no vaccines, no masks, right? And this is not serving his constituents. And this pain, he's not going to be able to write that off forever. It's going to come back to haunt him. In addition to COVID, I also feel that all these swords coming down on him, he is going to be going through a lot of legal issues, a lot of investigations, people looking at how he's handling COVID. Look at how he's handling voter fraud, right? Look at how he's handling election integrity, I should say. And all this attention is coming at him. It's scaring him. He has anxiety over it. He's not handling it well. He's not going to be responding as well as he should against all these issues to protect his own self. He's going to be making mistakes, and his own behavior is going to be causing him anxiety and fear and sleepless nights. So, yeah. Okay. So moving on down to our next row here, underneath the lovers, which was DeSantis's reliance on Trump for his power. Underneath that, we're looking at the Four of Pentacles. And what this is telling us is Trump has bequeathed to him a war chest, the funds, the money. This is how I'm going to pay you off, right? This is the kind of money you're going to get out of it. These are all my promises and enticements to get you to be my loyal Trumpster. And so DeSantis has just been sort of collecting these favors, collecting these contacts, collecting these monies or whatever Trump is giving him. DeSantis is collecting that, and he wants to use that as the base for his power. Underneath the Magician, we have strength. So this is, further telling us that because Trump is fading and DeSantis needs to make magic happen, manipulate and control to hold on to his power, this is him trying to build up his own strength. He knows he can't continue to rely on Trump's strength forever. He needs to build his own. Okay, so I know it's kind of upside down, but I'll bring you back down just to try and show you here. So DeSantis, through his controlling and his manipulations, is trying to build up his strength using all these promises and funding and, whatever Trump has been able to give him to shore him up. He's using that as well to build up his strength. Okay. Facing the other direction. So in opposition to that, and under these fears and anxieties, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. So I think that this is a continuation of just the fear, the emotional fear that his constituents are going through with COVID, with the election problems, with voter suppression, right? These tactics that he's doing that it internally is causing him anxiety, it's having its effect on his constituents, and they don't see that strength. Okay, they don't see that strength. All that they know is in their emotional body, their emotions regarding these situations, all these swords, that is what is flowing from all of these actions that DeSantis is taking. It's causing his constituents grief and a high level of drama and emotion. So moving down to our bottom row here, under Trump, and of course all the resources that he's been able to give DeSantis to shore him up, we have the Six of Pentacles. And this is, there's two things going on here for me. This is the payoffs, the give and take. I'm taking money from A and putting it in B, taking money from there and giving it over there. I'm going to fundraise over here, pay off my legal debts over there, right? Fundraise over here, funnel that money into Trump over there. So this is a mishandling of money. And in addition, this is the unfairness we're seeing of the vote count. So this is about, even more so, I think, this is about voter suppression. He wants to be in control of who has what votes. He wants to be in control for who gets to vote, how they're counted, how that's going to pan out. He wants to, it's that manipulator again. One of those manipulations is voter suppression. And this is a big part of his plan. This is one of the tools in his toolbox, okay? So under this magician who, Trump's power is waning, he needs to manipulate and find his own source of power, but this is an illusion. Again, with the magician, it's magic, it's illusion, it's not real. This trying to shore up his strength with Trump's funding, where does it get him? Down here at the end of that column with the Fool. He's a fool. And I don't mean that intelligence-wise. He does strike me as a, highly intelligent person, but it's folly. What he's doing is folly. What his intentions are, how he's going about it, the way he is shirking the law, disrespecting his constituents, whatever it might be, his actions are they're folly, they're foolish, and there's just nowhere good that can take him or the state of Florida. And so finally, for the last card, the Seven of Wands, again, we have just these anxieties. I think this is COVID. I think these are investigations, lawsuits, and the anxiety and fear of Floridians and, of course, a larger nation. Here he is ending up at the Seven of Wands, which, I'll bring you back up here. The Seven of Wands is about defending yourself. He is firmly standing his ground. He's trying to block entrance here. And, with all these wands arrayed against him, he is standing his ground. He's trying to block that entrance, but it can only last for so long. He can only succeed for so long. Eventually, he will fall. So this to me again indicates voter suppression. He is trying to block entry into democracy, into the marketplace of ideas, right? Well, not exactly the marketplace of ideas, but trying to block entrance into the electorate of some of his constituents. He wants to tell certain people, no, keep out. You can't come in. This back here is for me and us. You can't come in. You're blocked. And that is kind of where he's ending up. But it's an untenable situation. You can't keep people out forever. So the story will eventually move on. We'll hit this again. But I think the main themes I'm getting out of this reading for DeSantis is the fear and the concern and the suffering of his own constituents in Florida, and his tie to a fading leader. He is going to have to scramble now to try and find his own authority, find his own strength. At some point, he either has to cut the tie between him and Trump, which I'm sure is a source of a lot of this anxiety here, or he'll fall with Trump because they are tied together. They're tied together. In the end, he's in a self-defensive position. It's about defending himself. People are kind of coming at him. People are coming at him, and he's holding his ground, but it's a self-defensive posture, and it can only be temporary. All right, you guys, so that is all I'm going to say on DeSantis today. Where else did I want? Oh, yeah, let's take a quick look at Harris. One of my viewers was asking about her. And what's going on with Kamala? You know, there was such promise to her vice presidency. There still is. You know, we have a female vice president. Yay, everybody. And, you know, Biden gave her some big things to do. She was supposed to head up the immigration, right? Putting an immigration platform in effect. And there was something else. It's slipping my mind right now. But he gave her 2 big things. One of them was immigration. The second one will come to me. But I keep looking for her on TV, and I can't find her anywhere. You know, I keep looking for her speeches, any addresses she's making, and I just don't find her. I only see her once in a while standing behind Biden when he's doing something important. So it's hard to tell if she's doing a lot of her work in the background, which, you know, a lot of vice presidents do, or is Biden keeping her in a box? You know, does he, you know, is it because he doesn't trust her? Is it because she disagrees with him? Is it because he's just too busy, or he just wants to be hands-on? Or is she, you know, doing that work in the background? How's she feeling, you know? Is she feeling confident that she's doing a good job? Is she worried that people are like, where's Kamala? Okay, so I'm just trying to get into Kamala Harris. Let's take a look at where she is right now, how she's doing. How's she working? All right. Kamala. Let's bring you down for the spread there. 10 of Pentacles. The Challenge of the Chariot. 7 of Swords. The Empress. A 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. Okay, so we're starting out right here with Kamala with the 10 of Pentacles. So I think this is telling us that, you know, she came into this position just with a lot of resources, a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, a lot of funding, you know, a lot of support from people. She had like a treasure chest of gifts, you know, and she has a treasure chest of gifts to offer us. This is sort of where she's sitting right now. She's like, I can do so much, you guys. You know, she knows about the law. She, you know, has Senate experience. She's an interest in international work. You know, she is familiar with immigration. You know, there's a lot that she has, a lot of skills. She has a lot to offer. She has a lot. She wants to do that, which is interesting. Okay. So with the Chariot as her challenge, she's feeling stalled out. Okay. So yeah, I think Kamala's feeling like, oh my God, I can do so much. I got so much to offer. I'm so smart. I'm so informed. You know, I'm so wonky. I can do all these things. But with this Chariot against her, she's stalled out. She's not being able to move forward. She's not able to just get any momentum behind her. She's just kind of stifled. Yeah, she's having trouble moving forward. Ahead of her, or I should say above her, what she's inevitably going to come face to face with is this. We have the 7 of Swords. So she's coming face to face with people trying to get away with things, kind of trying to like maybe steal from her, steal her ideas, take credit for what she's doing, just trying to get away with shenanigans. She's coming face to face with that. Now, this isn't her, okay? These are outside sources. So other people, other groups are trying to get away with something with her. Okay, so underneath the foundation, what is foundational to this question? We have the Empress. Yes, it's such a lovely card, and it's such a great card for women. It really speaks to her inner divine feminine, her inner power, her grace, her strength, her compassion. It's a woman's sensibility, the way a woman sees the world. And that is of such incredible value right now. Of course, we know historically that has been devalued, but that is one of her that's one of the foundations of who Kamala is just that the gifts that she has to offer, which again is really reinforcing this treasure chest right here. So I think it's, again, yes, she's talented. Yes, she's very smart. Yes, she has a lot to offer. But at the core of it is the woman in her role, that first woman vice president, the female sensibility that she can bring to bear to help solve some of these national and global problems that really need a woman's eye and hand on them right now. Okay, in her immediate past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this is telling us that in Kamala's past, she's been a successful leader. She, excuse me, she's been the queen. Oh, one moment, I'm going to get interrupted. So she has been, the queen of her own castle. She's used to being an effective, powerful leader. Okay, so it's sort of like she's going from being a big fish in a small pond to being a little bit smaller fish in a big pond. Sort of feeling I'm getting. She's used to this in her past. But what's coming up in her future with the Queen of Pentacles is that, this Queen of Pentacles is telling us that she's going to have a big success. She is a capable leader. She is strong. She's resourceful. She's got her wits about her, very practical. And she's going to come out of this with some kind of a victory here. I feel like that queen, she's finally have something to present, to show, like, this is what I did. Look what I was able to accomplish. Look what I amassed for you. Look what I have as queen to bestow. So I think this is telling us that, yes, she is going to be able to accomplish something really big. Yeah. So I'm not really seeing anything too terrible here for Kamala outside of the shenanigans that she's constantly faced with. People just trying to get away with stuff. Aside from that, these cards are definitely telling me that she has got a skill set and a talent where she has a lot to give this nation. And she's used to that kind of level of success and moving and affluence and moving in the world. And, she's just bringing that woman's sensibility to bear. But yeah, you guys, she's feeling stuck. She's not moving anywhere right now. But she will be able to accomplish something big for us. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've got on Kamala. And yeah. All right, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you like the video, please click like. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And I will be back with you in a couple days. And until then, sit tight and take care. Bye, everybody.